Hi, this is Microworld Illustrated, and today we will dive into the fundamentals of fungi. To start off, let me give you some basic information about fungi. First, they are eukaryotic, meaning their cell's nuclei have a membrane surrounding it. Then, they primarily reproduce through spores. However, they can reproduce both sexually and asexually. Next, fungi are heterotrophic, meaning they acquire nutrients through absorption. And finally, they are usually filamentous, meaning they form chains, and their cell walls are made of chitin. Fungi have several different roles in the animal kingdom, but here are the most common. Primarily, they are decomposers who break down and feed on dead organic matter. For example, when you're walking through a forest and come across a fallen and decaying tree, chances are you will find a lot of mushrooms growing there. However, some fungi chose a more hostile role and decided to become parasites. A great and famous example of parasitic fungi is the one that causes white nose syndrome on bats and kills lots of them every year. To move on, we will need to learn a few key terms. First, the hyphae, or the hypha for singular, is a tubular filament that functions as a unit structure of most fungi. Here's what it looks like through a microscope. Next, a colony is a bunch of hyphae growing out of a single point. There is a pic of 3 colonies on a petri dish. Finally, the spores are the small units that function like a seed. They are very similar to pollen of plants, except that they are the entire package. And here is a closer look at some spores. Spores are essential to the continuation of fungal species, as they maintain the population, spread the genetic variability, and extend distribution range. Because these spores are so vital, fungi have developed varying ways of dispersing them. There are a few release types: active discharge, where they pump or eject the spores out; passive discharge, where they will use the wind or water to carry the spores away; and passive release, where the spores can stick onto an insect that brushed past the fungus. There are also many methods of dispersal that fungi use, which are air, water, human activities, insects, plant seeds, and animals. Now, here are some fungal fun facts. A giant puffball mushroom can release an astounding 7 trillion spores in its lifetime. The spores of the Tilletia caries can survive more than 18 years in the right conditions. And there are over 12 different types of fungal spores. In order to survive, all living organisms must follow strict guidelines, and fungi are no different. They must consume free water, which is not water that you have to pay for, but instead water that is not bound by other chemicals such as sugar and salt. For food, they can consume any organic substance available to them. And finally, for their habitable temperature range, they can survive in any place that we can survive in, from snowbanks to hot springs. This is the citation for all the photos I used in the slides. Thanks for watching. I hope that you learned a lot about the fundamentals of fungi. If you want to check out the slides, the link for it will be in the description of the video. Also, feel free to submit any questions, comments, or feedback that you might have in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.